And what it do, Grizz Nation? The Grizzlies get a big time win, bounce back. Jared Davidson, that's Evan Hayes. Y'all saw us almost exactly like 3 hours ago. No bluffing, but we here now. Post game bounce. Grizzlies get the win, 121-103 over the Clippers. Season sweep of the LA Clippers always feels nice. Evan, a lot of good things to take away from this game. But instant reactions, man.
Instant reactions is the guy that's on my television right now because still in the background is number 8, Jaren Jackson Jr. with his stat line being 31 points, 5 blocks, and 1 steal. I feel like this is his first 30 ball of the season. Is this his season high?
This is season high. It's first 30 ball.
First 30 ball of the season. And it's kind of funny being that we went pretty hard on Jaren, during the no bluffing. And it seemed like he heard us. Maybe he was listening to the show during the pregame warm-up, and he came out on a mission. It seemed like T.I. really wanted to feature him early. He had 7 points in the first 3 minutes of the game and just kept that heater going the full game. So great game by Jaren. It was very much a get-right game for him. It seemed like just a team followed his energy from there.
Yeah, dude. Jaren played great. I mean, along with 5 blocks, 1 steal, 6 stocks on the night, 4 rebounds, 4 assists as well. All of them coming out of a double team, I'm pretty sure. And I texted you this. Jaren hit his guys in stride out of a double team. He was engaged, 21 in the first half. He played great. It felt good to see that from Tripp. We saw 13 out there tonight. It wasn't 8. We saw 13 out there tonight on that floor.
Yeah, I text you that. You asked me, who is this guy? I text you number 13. I don't know. Maybe he had the number 13 under or something, or I think T.I. maybe got on his ass before the game, or somebody lit a fire on him because we have not seen this fire from Jaren Jackson Jr. in a very long time. Maybe since the first week of the season, honestly. So this is really not honestly. I try to be generous, but we really haven't. We haven't seen this since pre-ankle injury last year, So we just need more of this from Jaren. When he plays well, the rest of the team, it's very easy for the rest of the team to follow. We didn't get dominated on the paint like we thought we was going to this game. At least it didn't feel like just watching the game. I don't have the stats right in front of me.
We beat them in the paint 52-38.
And a big part of that is because our I won't say best player, but our second best player was engaged from the jump. He wasn't getting dominated on each side of the floor. He didn't pick up his first foul until 1:15 left in the third quarter.
And then did that typical Jaren thing where he picked up 3 in the span of 4 minutes of game action. But, I mean...
If he does that in the third quarter, I'm cool with it, though.
He did that third quarter. We didn't see that first mistake of a foul until, like you said, with 1 minute left in the third. We got out-rebounded pretty bad tonight. It was actually 39-32, not as bad as I thought it was.
Not as bad, yeah.
That's that. We forced 18 turnovers, 10 of those being steals. So this Grizzlies team played really well despite being, against a team and a player in Ivica Zubac, who loves to rebound the ball against us. Zubac tonight had 13 boards. Evan, we talked about it earlier. You couldn't you didn't even get into the plus category on his over rebound bet until he got to 14. But the Grizzlies did a good rebound by committee. They limited the second chance points because in the game, the Clippers had 13 offensive rebounds to our 9. But if you look at the second chance points, they only had 15 compared to our 14.
Want to hear something crazy? Guess who our leading rebounder was this game? Without looking at the stats.
Dude, I have him right in front of me. Dang it. KCP our leader in rebounds and assists.
Yes. KCP on the night had 4.7 rebounds and 6 assists. So definitely rebound by committee. It would not be on my bingo card that KCP led us in rebounding and was tied with Cam Spencer for assists. So all around game for KCP as well. More good minutes off the bench.
Dude, our bench plus minus tonight. Cam Spencer was a plus 29. And the official ending, Jock was a plus 29. KCP plus 30. Vince was a plus 25.
Well, our bench has been our calling card the whole game. Well, not the whole game, the whole season. We're the leading bench group in the league in points. Tonight we had 47 bench points. So that's honestly under our average. So honestly, technically a down game, technically, for the bench. But even then, with those plus minus right there, you can't speak enough of how the depth of this team is really saving us in these games.
Yeah, and also too, I want to go. I had some points in the first half. We'll kind of go half by half here.
Yeah.
The rest of midnight. Why do we tip off at 9:30? But let me look at the first half. Jaren looked like the Jaren of old. He was, I think, 9 of 11 in the first half. Cam stayed hot. We played well through the job minutes restriction, and here's where the rebounding spot came from. What I mentioned, we got out rebounded 21-14 in that first half, 6-3 on the offensive board. Only allowed 4 second chance points in the first half. It just dominated the paint, man. This team came in, kind of recollected themselves after the Utah game, and this team likes to get out and run, Evan. They were able to do that while still trying to crash the glass. Because you saw, like you said, we saw guys like KCP getting down there, getting rebounds as well. And, I'm trying to look at the other rebounds. Ja had 3, Sed had 2, Jalen had 5, Santi only had 2 tonight. But then our bench, Jock had 4, KCP with a 7, obviously, and came with 3. They were group rebounding by committee here tonight. But it just felt like a different team, man.
Different team.
Stop. Stop.
Not the dog. I guess he's very excited about the Grizzlies win as well. Different team. I wouldn't say completely different team. I just feel like this is the team that we should have been seeing, that we saw in spurts, and that starts because Jaren Jackson Jr. was engaged from the jump. It's just something about when our best players play well, we play well. I hope that's not like a crazy revelation that when our best players play well, so being that it was of course, we weren't in the Grizzlies locker room before the game, but I imagine number one on that keys to the game was get number 8 involved early and just everybody follow him.
I even said it after the post game of the Utah game. He's like, we got to get Jaren the ball more.
And that was the number one thing they did. He saw the mismatch. We saw a lot of mismatch where smaller guys like Chris Dunn and James Harding was guarding Jaren Jackson Jr. He was able to take advantage of that. He was able to attack downhill without clogging up in space. And I think Brev said it earlier in the game, he was moving with purpose today.
Yeah.
He wasn't second thinking. He was just going out and play basketball. And that's what Grizzlies fans, and I imagine his teammates have been telling him this whole time, just hoop. You 7 foot, you're strong as hell. You can finish with either hand. You can score from all 3 levels. Just play basketball. And he did that, and you see what the results is from there.
And we talked about it ad nauseum kind of on No Bluffing today, just about how Jaren had, been playing this season and kind of how it all just kind of spewed over after that Utah game. We talked about how he would kind of fall away and do these weird little like jumps off 1 foot and just flail. I saw several times tonight getting into the post, planting both of his feet, and like you said, being intentional, because when Jaren's intentional, every movement has a purpose. And Jalen, you missed a lot, my friend. You missed a lot. That game.
Yeah, but, you slept through a lot, my boy.
But like Jaren, just like you said, everything had intention. Jumping off 2 feet, having a solid base from the ground up, just looked like a dominant basketball player, like we've needed him to look like. And it wasn't just the same old isolation Jaren. We talked about it, how his game really hasn't evolved. He saw every single double team besides one that came from a blind side and led to a turnover. I believe that got credited to Santi Aldama. But he got 4 assists. He hit Vince in rhythm on a beautiful 3 at the end of the third quarter. And just Jaren had a feel for the game tonight. And it's one of those things where, everyone jokes about entering a kind of flow state. It kind of felt like you watched Jaren enter that and just be locked in with everything around him on the court, knowing he was going to get his, but also knowing that, hey, he can set up his guys as well.
I agree 100%. And I feel like he just played that co-star role very well. We said on No Bluffing that one of my gripes is when Josh's not playing well, or even if he is playing well, Jaren isn't that guy that consistently can put the cape on and say, hey, I can take us over the hump when guys are out and all that. He did exactly that today. Yep. Ja, he was kind of trying to find his rhythm, only finished the game with 12 points on the course.
And he was playing in that minutes restriction, just weird spurts of minutes as well.
Yeah, so we were depending on Jaren to play heavy minutes, or at least heavy rotation minutes. I would love to see what he finished on minutes-wise.
21. Wait, who? Jaren or Ja?
Jaren.
Jaren played 33 minutes. Santi played 30. Wells played 30. And then the only 2 to not crack 25 were Sed and Ja. Because Sed didn't have a great game tonight either.
Yeah, but we talked about that. That's kind of expected on the road. But going back to my point, being that Jaren had the highest minutes, he had the highest scoring average, he had the highest usage rate tonight. We need him to do that. When Ja is not on his A game, especially when the men's restricting, we need our co-star to play well that can put the team on his back and take you to a W.
Yep.
We just need more of this. If Jaren can be that set number 2, that he can do this on a moment's notice, we won't have many complaints in Grizz Nation. We just don't see it enough. But I would take what I can get this game.
And he's about to go into a Minnesota matchup to where they don't have Cat. And when they don't have Cat, Jaren feasts because Gobert's too slow to guard him. And then the other option is Julius Randle. But so he entering a favorable stretch a lot for Jaren right now. I just got to keep him locked in. Another Grizzly that we got to talk. We got to talk about it. We got to talk about Killer Cam. Career high 27 points tonight, 7 of 8 from 3. And, you thought the one from 30 was crazy. Where he just kind of found his spot between 3 defenders. Evan, when you texted me after the one right after that on the right wing where he just stepped up and what looked significantly farther than the other one, but was closer. As soon as he let it go, he started going back down the court and talking his stuff immediately. Cam Spencer has been everything we hoped and dreamed from one Luke Kennard. And it's just even better. You know what? The Spencer brothers are crackheads.
Oh,
and
bro, I tweeted. I said there is something mentally wrong, like actually mentally wrong with Cam Spencer. Because I've never seen a Caucasian 6'3" man with so much confidence shoot the freaking ball. How tall is he? How tall is Cam Spencer?
Oh, geez. He's got it. There's no way.
How tall is Cam Spencer?
Yeah, he is 6'3". You had it on the
Okay, yeah, 6'3". Usually, but I've never seen a Caucasian 6'3" man that used to play lacrosse shoot the ball with so much dang confidence and come back down the court like he's the biggest dude on the court. Something's wrong with it, but I love it. When's the last time we saw Luke Kennard shoot 10 threes in a game? Let alone make 7. Shoot 10. This is
probably his early Clippers days.
Maybe Detroit, even at that.
We're wrong. Tell us we're wrong that both the Spencer brothers are not.
Bro, there's something I could just imagine growing up in their house. They must have got to fighting like all the time.
Dude,
because
could you imagine the games of horse they play against each other? It's not ending.
It's not ending. They play another game.
I sent that in a group chat, and Drew responded with, "Yeah, they never get to E because they start punching each other in the nuts." Is what Drew Gann sent to us.
I'm not surprised, bro. Like something about him. That man. Second straight game with 6+ threes made. Came into the game shooting 6 for 6 from 3, 7 for 8 tonight. He was a spark offensively. He was able to make great passes. He made a great pass to Jock Landale through like 2 or 3 defenders. I cannot speak enough about how great Cam Spencer has been. I just have to keep saying, number one, he earned his money. He got that food culture. He definitely earned that. And 2, when guys come back, we got to keep him in the lineup because he's our best shooter by far. He's spreading the floor, and he just brings juice to the team every time in the game. We have not had an instant offense score, especially a 3-point shooter, in a very long time for this team. We finally found one.
We haven't had a guy who can just go out there, not – okay, he was 7 of 10 from 3. Did that just update right? Okay, I'm tripping.
Yeah, 7 for 10.
Okay, so I'll change that. But anyways – dude, you can't the way he just hunts for his shot. And
but they're quality shots though.
They're quality shots.
They're not shots. He's not shot chucking.
Like he's not shot chucking, and we haven't had a flamethrower like this. The only one I can remember that ever so slightly resembled Cam, and not saying he is Cam at all because he's not, he's worse, is Troy Daniels. Like that's the last one that can't like purely off the bench, excluding Luke Kennard in the earlier days with this team. Like Troy Daniels would come off the bench, and now granted some of it would be garbage time, but he would hit 3 or 4 straight threes, and he would get hot really quick. But Cam does it in bigger moments in a much more valued role for this team.
And it feels like because he plays with so much confidence, no moment is too big for him. Yeah. He game up by 15, down by 15, coming off the bench, starting, it doesn't matter. Cam is going to be consistent. He's going to produce.
He had 9 in that first quarter.
What was that quarter that he just went off? Was it the third quarter he just went? Was it the
Third
fourth?
quarter he had it was fourth. Fourth quarter he had 12 and went 4 of 6 from 3.
He saw one went in and just kept shooting. I just really can't wait till Jerome comes back when we have two snipers on the freaking floor. That's gonna be so fun.
Those lineups are gonna piss people off. Like that bench unit being your first two guards off the bench being Ty Jerome and Cam Spencer is going to piss opposing head coaches off.
And then imagine when because we didn't see it enough tonight. I don't think we saw it tonight because you text me. I want to see him and Ja play together.
We saw it right. Actually, we saw it right before Ja turned his ankle, which we'll talk about here in a minute.
Yeah,
we saw it right before Ja turned his ankle. Cam assisted a Ja 3, Ja assisted a Cam 3, then Ja assisted a Jaren 3.
The one that he turned his ankle on.
Yeah, and so dude, this was a fun game. Like we started the third quarter really bad too. Like we lost the lead so
11-0 run. Yeah, 11-0 run.
But the way this team responded in that third quarter, when historically, apart from this season, they've been bad in third quarters. They bounced back really well in that third quarter. Jalen Wells kind of helped calm it down with 7 points. Said had 5 points. I believe, was that the quarter with the Jaren block and then said run out over Harden and
with the hand one. Yeah, that led to the hand one. Yeah, that started the kind of response back. So great play by both of those right there.
Great play by both of those. And okay, we're gonna go back to Jaren real quick because we talked about the offensive side. We hadn't seen the defensive side in a minute, in my opinion. Jaren Jackson Jr. had a great defensive night. 6 stocks in the game. When I texted you and said that he's doing like it's not just the offense, I think he's just doing it like wholeheartedly or whatever I sent you. Dude, it's just we haven't seen this in a while and it feels good. And yes, will Jaren probably do something in the next 2 games to make us mad? 100%. I texted you if he has a stinker of a fourth quarter, all that goodwill goes away. Dude, I'm happy. I'm happy that Jaren played well. I'm happy we got a win. I don't care that the Clippers are now 6-20. We beaten the Clippers 3 times already this year has been good. And apart from the one-off Utah Jazz game, this Grizzlies team is starting. Well, not starting. They're continuing the trend into the right direction.
Yeah, I take what I can get when it comes to Jaren. I'm not going to speak like this is just a complete 180 for him. It ain't fixed. We'll take a good game while we can. I don't want to look too far ahead, but he, like you said, he has a good test coming up against Rudy Gobert and Julius Randle. Hopefully, Ja Morant does play that game. We know he loves to play against Ant. And he looks to be kind of gingerly walking off the court. If y'all didn't watch the game, he turned his ankle doing a behind the back pass assist to Jaren on his last 3 of the game.
And it wasn't the way he landed. Zubac contested hard, and it was just Ja came down on his foot. It wasn't a full on, ankle hit and it rolls.
Yeah,
it was one of those like where his foot was like already. Yeah, it was one of those where his foot was already in that down angle, and then it just kind of like did a weird little pop twist. Also, too, Ja injury history. He no matter what time it is in the game, he usually goes straight back to the locker room. He stayed on the bench.
He seemed to be in good spirits. Like after he got over like the initial pain, he put some slides on. He was cool. Like he was still talking stuff to the Clippers. He was walking off kind of gingerly. I would imagine they probably got his foot in a big bag of ice right now. Probably gonna have a big bag of ice on the plane to Minnesota. So that's probably up in the air. Like my heart is telling me he'll be fine against Minnesota. Just looking how the injury was and how he was off the court. But my head is telling me he's probably going to be out next game, just go off of history. I really hope I'm freaking wrong, but we will see on there. But even in his minutes, his spot minutes, I still feel like Ja played well. Yes, his shot wasn't falling. His rhythm wasn't there, but he's still affecting the game positively. Again, you know me, I'm always going to talk about defense. He looked engaged defensively. He forced a few turnovers. He tried to draw a few charges. He was rotating properly. So if he can be like that locked in defensively, I know his offensive game will come.
Yeah, and like I said, he shot 4 of 12. I do like that he limited his 3-point shooting tonight, and he shot 2, made 1, and looked confident in both shots too tonight. Here is what I'm worried about with Ja. It is that same leg as that calf that got hurt. So curious as to how they approach that aspect of keeping him out. I imagine we're about to get some post game interview clips here and some just quotes coming out here shortly. But I don't know. I did like it. He was engaged on defense. He didn't force his shot. He got to his spot a lot inside. I did like that. And did he get to the line? Hello? Evan?
I'm still down here. Damn, that's crazy.
Evan, what just happened?
I don't know. Oh, you were just talking.
I can't see you on the stage.
I'm on the stage. I see you.
Oh gosh, I can't see you. Hang on, Evan, take over for a second.
Okay, y'all. Well, Jared is trying to figure that out. Okay, we're back. Cool. But yes, Ja, he didn't seem like he was selling for threes. He was able to get into the paint. He was able to get to that floater, which you texted me. He's very good at it. Well, what I respond to you, he just doesn't use it enough. Edward, I'm at home. I can't do nothing about that. So, hey, you feel me? But yeah, he did seem to settle. I feel like Ja, he's gonna come along with his shot because hopefully he plays next game, and this is not a serious ankle sprain. But I feel like he'll be fine. Defensively, he looks good, and the whole team looks good defensively. I was thinking about it. They held Kawhi Leonard to 21 points on the game. Kawhi played 37 minutes, and he made 21 points on 18 shots.
Yep.
Limited the Clippers to 103 points. With a team with Kawhi Leonard and James Harden on the floor, I feel that's a pretty good damn defensive game. James Harden only 13 points. He was a -5. He's 4 for 10 from the field.
He's also nursing a calf injury as well. Like you saw, he was questionable tonight. Why are you growling? Can you stop?
Because he wants attention. That's why his dad is talking and it's normally playtime.
No, it is not. It's normally bedtime. But no, Harden's also dealing with an injury. But yeah, this team played a great defensive game. Kawhi obviously hit some tough mid-range shots like he usually does. That's just his game. He's always going to have a good mid-range game.
Yep.
But yeah, no, the defense played really well tonight.
Also, another thing, Zubac only had 6 points on the game. Yes, he had 13 rebounds, but only 6 points. I would expect Zubac to have a way bigger game offensively. But if you watch the game, the team was shading him every time he touched the ball.
Yes.
Every time he touched the ball, he had multiple guys in front of him, or at least in the help, so he couldn't maneuver inside the paint. That's a nice little wrinkle we haven't seen in the previous games with Zubac, and I understand one of those because Edie was here. But those little wrinkles can go a long way when it comes to a coach, like making those adjustments on the fly.
Yep.
So I did like to see that defensive adjustment, and it led to Zubac not having a big game. He only shot 6 points, only had 6 points on the night, so I love that as well.
And they just did every offensive rebound that the Clippers got. The Grizzlies just did a good job at, regathering themselves on defense, rotating as well, and limiting any second chance opportunities you got. Every second chance points, I think, besides one or two made baskets, none of them were easy shots. So,
yeah, I was taking you. Sid made it hard for Kawhi. Vince made it hard for Kawhi. Jalen Wills took the James Harden assignment. He played well too. So when you can keep guys in front of you, you're always going to have a chance to win a basketball game. One thing I was worried about this game being that Edie wasn't back there. The guys, first, number one, wouldn't play as aggressively on the perimeter.
Yeah.
Or two, they will leave too many open lanes towards the basket. And we didn't see either. The Clippers didn't shoot a lot of free throws tonight. Let me go back and see how many free throws they shot, if you have it in front of you.
You're talking about us or the
Clippers? How many free throws they shot?
Clippers shot 16 of 22 from the line.
Yeah, that's about middle of the pack right there. It's not for the Clippers with James Harden foul by himself and all that. I'm not too surprised at that.
Yeah, they really weren't.
It didn't feel like it was a lot of free throws. It didn't feel like it was a lot of free throws.
It didn't. They were scattered, I think, pretty well through each quarter, and it was a pretty well officiated game too. So,
yeah, and also I would like to see the stat if we can. We'll have to go back, but we actually shot above 40% from three tonight.
Yep,
16 for 39. I can't think of the last time we shot over 40% from three. It's been a very, very long time.
It's been closer than you think.
But it feels like I know part of that's because of Cam hit 7, but I'll take what I can get.
Fair enough, but it's been I think it's been a little closer, or it's been more recent than we think. I believe we shot 40% from three against the Pelicans. Well, that was a few weeks ago now. Was that a few weeks ago? I don't know.
Yeah, it felt like it.
Maybe I think it's Portland because there was one of these games where we shot pretty decently from 3. But I mean, oh, dude, it just felt good to get a win like that. When see Jaren play well, and not to be everyone pouring in 10 points. We had multiple scores with over 10, but it's a night where Jaren stepped up the way we've been asking him to.
Yeah, and guys like Santi Aldama who didn't have that great of a game, that he can afford to have a bad game when Jaren plays that well. Santi only had
Santi only took 5 shots. He realized he went 0 for 4 from 3, realized he didn't have it, and just he didn't force a shot tonight. We in the past with Santi being the inconsistent player that we've seen that he is, we would have seen him force it all night.
Yeah, but we have a hot hand like Jaren. He doesn't need to. All he has to do is play good, sound rotational defense and just go from there. I see Key Meets confidence, and I want to go. Do you think Cam will win 6th man of the year? If he keeps this level of play up, he's gonna have to at least be in the conversation.
Yeah,
and if we're a competitive playoff team, he's gonna be in that conversation.
Yeah, the last time the Grizzlies shot 40% from 3 was against Utah. They shot 40% last game.
Look at that. And we freaking lost that game. But we're not talking about last game because we lost it. We won tonight.
He would have to do this in 3 out of 4 games for the rest of the year. So he'd have to do this in 3/4 of the games remaining, in my opinion, which is a very hard pace to keep up and would probably be the most historic 3-point shooting season percentage-wise, not makes-wise. He can win, but I don't even know what the odds are for 6th man of the year right now.
Look it up and see.
That's what I'm about to do, Evan. Oh man, dude! It also doesn't get easier for the Clippers either. I'll look this up in a second. But the Clippers' remaining schedule, they're 6-20 right now.
That's what they get.
They lost 3 games to the Grizzlies. Their schedule upcoming.
I just found it too. I got it right here.
At the Thunder versus the Rockets versus the Lakers, at the Blazers versus Pistons, then versus the Kings.
That's a hard slate to end the year. But what I say, good riddance. That's what you get for kicking Chris Paul out your organization because he just wants to play winning basketball.
True.
And now look at y'all. Y'all are playing losing basketball. Y'all are one of the worst teams in the league. And y'all already have y'all picked this year. We're not going to talk about that because that goes to Oklahoma City Thunder if it's top 8 protected. But still, that's what y'all get. So I don't feel bad for the Clippers at all. Yes, Black Ninja DJ. Yes, we need to win the game because, yes, it's top 8 protected. But they're a poverty franchise, though.
The Oklahoma City is getting that pick no matter what.
At this point, so we might as well learn AJ DeBansa to OKC. That would be terrible, by the way. Oh, let me not put that in the atmosphere.
It's either that or Boozer.
Yeah, or at the worst case scenario, Darren Peterson, which is another athletic wing that they could use. But
Yep.
Tis. But we're not a Clippers podcast or OKC podcast, so we can go over that nightmare scenario later down the line.
Someone asked the question: is Cam eligible for? It takes me off the stage for some reason on my end every time I do that. I think you have to play 20 minutes per game to be eligible for that award.
That's a rule?
I just looked it up and that's all I could see. So I don't know if that's the actual rule. I think other than that, he would be. So
he's averaging 21.4 minutes a game.
Oh yeah, then he's definitely eligible.
Yeah,
and he hasn't missed a game this year, so
has not missed a game. He's shooting lights out from 3 right now. He's having a 50-40-90s year right now.
Yeah,
he's shooting 50.3% from the field, 49.2% from 3, and 91.1% from the free throw line.
Yeah, he very well
50-40-90 pace. I could see MIP, especially if 100%. He gets closer to 50-40-90. I could definitely see that.
Dude, if he shoots 50-40-90 and if he shoots 50-40-90, he's winning MIP and 6-man.
I can see that. So I can see that. Has anyone ever won MIP and 6-man the same year?
This may be the rule. That could be the rule that he didn't play.
That's a rule. You have to play same amount
I
of games
think
last year.
there's a certain level of criteria I think that you have to meet because like I don't know. It's kind of like it's it's like you don't see like a player on a two-way who comes in and wins it. I think that's how it is. I don't know. It's
That's
weird.
a dumb rule if that is. It's a very dumb rule. You keep
My
going off
screen.
the stage.
It
What's going
keeps
on?
taking me off.
What's going
Every
on?
time I load a comment, it takes me off the stage.
Oh, that's weird.
Oh.
That is so weird. And I can't do it from my end. I can't do it on my end.
Yeah, no, I don't. It's fine.
I can't even start. I can't do
It's
nothing.
all good at this point.
StreamYard is StreamYard, man.
StreamYard is StreamYard, and it's StreamYard very hard tonight. But yeah, Grizzlies win.
It's 12 midnight. It's 12 midnight. We're all tired.
It's almost 12:30. I got work in the morning, and it's a 15-minute drive to work. So
Jared has to go to sleep. I don't have class.
Evan, you're on college break. You're on your break.
I'm cool. But my last point, I just love that we got a win because we haven't had many of these during the season. That we pretty much dominated from the tip to the end of the game.
Yep.
We don't have. I know we didn't. I can't remember what the exact term it is. I'm tired. Like from coast to coast when you lead the whole game. I forgot what those games are called. Wire to wire. Yes, we know it wasn't a wire to wire win, but it felt like that because we were in control of the game the whole time. If we can keep stringing these games together, especially against good teams, and Lord willing, knock on wood, we're getting BC back next game, and Jaren Morant hopefully does not miss next game, we can finally see this team play against a competitive team and have another competitive good win like this. I really want to see how we play against Minnesota because I really need us to get a good win versus a good team.
I do too. We are now 12-14. We have won 3, 5, 6 of our last 8 and 9 of our last 12, I believe. That's the correct math. 9 of our last 12, I believe it's how it works now. We are, I don't know. We're still trending in the right direction. We are on pace. It's not going to be a climb where we immediately get back to 500. It's going to be one of those where we, it's like we take 2 games here, drop 1, then maybe lose the next game, then win the next 3. It's just going to be one of those things where we steadily climb, and it's not going to be an instant climb up. Because right now, you look at the rest of our schedule coming up. Minnesota on Wednesday, and then you are at home on Saturday versus the Wizards. Should win that. Then you're at Oklahoma City in a game where we led this year and ended up losing against a team who is now 25-2.
24, but yeah.
Either way.
Yeah.
Good chance by that time they're like 26-2 or 27-2.
Probably. I just want to see because I'm looking at it right now. We're half a game outside the 8 seed with the Warriors.
Yep.
And we're 2 games behind the Suns for the 7th seed. I know getting out of the play-in is a long shot. Even though the season's still early, we're 5 games.
We're a third through it.
Yeah, we're a third through it. We're 5 games outside the 6th seed. That may be a little far, but crazy things have happened in the NBA, especially with these turnarounds. With these next 2 out of these next 3 games, I just really want to see some good competitive basketball.
And I do too. And we have a decent schedule to end the year. We're at Minnesota, at home versus Washington, at OKC. Then we're at Utah. We get Milwaukee without Giannis more than likely. Then we're at Washington, at home versus Philadelphia. Then we have a back-to-back in LA with the Lakers to open the year. We're at home versus San Antonio, a game where we have also led in both of those games to possibly win those games. At home versus Phoenix, at home versus OKC again. That's a little tough spot. But then, Evan, here's where it gets really not dicey, but really fun, and where we can really start to see the Grizzlies try to
make some
ground up and get out of the play-in. After the Oklahoma City game, you go Brooklyn, you go Orlando twice, which those are the 2 overseas games. You have Atlanta, New Orleans, and Denver all at home. You're at Houston. Denver, a game in which we already led, and Zach Edey will probably be back by then because that's January 25th. At Houston, a game that we kept close early in the season. Then Charlotte, New Orleans, back-to-back with Minnesota, Sacramento, back-to-back Portland, Golden State, Denver, Utah, Miami, who is starting their downhill spiral, Sacramento, Golden State, Dallas, Indiana, Minnesota, Portland. We have another game versus the Clippers.
For real? I thought you said we were done playing them.
I thought we were too. March 7th. March 7th against the Clippers. Then Brooklyn, Philadelphia, Detroit, Chicago, New York, Boston, Charlotte, Atlanta, San Antonio, Houston, Chicago, Phoenix, Dallas, Toronto, Milwaukee, Cleveland, Denver, Utah, Houston. If that is not a very favorable end of the year schedule, where we are 12-14 right now, we're 36 games into the year. If that's not a favorable last 46 games,
it's all about taking care of business. Yeah, it's all about taking care of business and
win the games you're supposed to win and snag some that you're not favored in.
That's why I'm saying out of these two of these three, I need us to snag one of them. I mean two of the games. We need two of the three. That's all I need. I just need two or three. If we drop one to OKC, that's fine. But we need to beat Minnesota and all of them. Like I just need to see some competitive basketball because I didn't hear a lot of competitive teams in that next like 10 games.
Yeah,
that you said. Like you said, 76ers. And you said OKC in Minnesota, yeah.
We can go 6-1 in our last 7 games to end the year, to end this calendar year.
If we can do that, I feel like that puts us well between the 7th and 8th seed, and you never know what can happen from there.
And that would put us, let's see, that would be a 5-game advantage, and that would put us 3 games over 500 to end the year. It's possible.
It's possible. There's still some things to work on. We need to see Jaren be more consistently. We need to see Ja, if he's healthy, knock on wood, please God, for him to be trying to find his aggression. I love the way he's been facilitating. I love the way he's drawing defenses in. I love that. But we need to see our best player put the ball in the basket at a little higher clip. I understand in this system, there's still some plays where he's sitting in the corner and don't touch the ball. I hate that. But if that leads to Jaren Jackson getting off, okay, beggars can't be choosers. We just need our main guys back. And I feel like we're going to have Jerome and Edie back by around like the international games. So we can just stay solid until then. Yeah. We can make some things shake, man. And we can still make a playoff push. That's all I'm thinking about.
And if you're superstitious, do whatever y'all had to do. Like knock on wood, pray. This team needs to be fully healthy at some point. Brandon Clark's coming back hopefully this week. If it's not Wednesday, it'll more than likely be Saturday. The Grizzlies like to bring players back at home, so Brandon Clark may get a big ovation on Saturday if he doesn't play on Wednesday. Help is slowly but surely hopefully coming, and hopefully we get some good update on John Morant tomorrow. He's going to be reevaluated. He loves to play against Ant, as Evan mentioned earlier. But other than that, the Grizzlies win back to 2 games below 500, and like we've kind of harped on in a lot of these post-game bounces. The Grizzlies are entering a favorable spot in their schedule. Win the ones you're supposed to win, snag some that you are not favored in, but we know we can win. And this team's going to be in a good spot despite a struggling start this year.
This is my last thing I want to say. My birthday is February 14th, y'all.
Oh, you're Valentine's Day, baby.
I am. Do y'all think the Grizzlies will at least have our core top 10 to 11 rotation by my birthday? That's my one birthday gift. Wish. If we think we can get that by February 14th, I'll be very happy.
That's All-Star break too, so hopefully.
Exactly. If we can get our full team by All-Star break and maybe even the trade deadline, because we may see some guys shaking the trade deadline. I'll be very happy.
I'm kind of scared that PC's gone, dude.
It depends on how he looks over these next few games.
I know. I don't think we're going to be fully healthy because that's just Memphis in general.
Yeah. That's
just Memphis in general. I don't think we'll be fully healthy. But I'm hoping we can get to a spot where we have at least, I don't want to wish anyone injury, but I hope we get to a spot where we have Jaren, Edie, Ced, Jalen, and Ty. I want those 6 healthy at least at once.
Yeah, I think it's so funny that my brother and Miles Slow just said no. They just shot down my hopes and dreams, man.
That's. It's just the reality. It's just the reality of Memphis Grizzlies basketball.
I can't be a wishful man on my birthday, man. If my favorite basketball team is, come on, man. Like I can't get there, bro. I have to shout out Denise Moore. You've been saying very nice comments, especially when she said, "I truly like the way you guys analyze." I appreciate that, Miss Denise.
Yeah.
Appreciate that. But y'all, just February 14th, can we get a healthy team? That's all I want. Jerry, if you go off the screen one more freaking time.
What is happening? Every time I load a comment or anything right now, StreamYard takes me off on my end.
Oh, that is hilarious, bro. Oh,
it's half past midnight.
The wheels are falling off. Everyone's tired.
Grizzlies won. It's February. It's December 16th. It's December 16th on Tuesday. We got a good slate of shows coming up later in the day. Luke Hatmaker will start it off in about 7 hours with the Daily Grind. Then you have the Two Bucks with Rusty Witten and Drew Gann at 11. You got the Anthony Sane show at 1 o'clock, and one of the Tiger shows is tomorrow. Forgive me, I can't think of what it is. Yeah. I think it's Tigers Untapped.
Yeah, Tigers Untapped tomorrow.
I think it's Trey Lasley.
Yeah.
But yeah. Hey.
I'm not gonna address everything going on in the comments right now. Y'all are talking very funny right now.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna address it. But I appreciate y'all. Y'all are funny.
Dude, StreamYard is all right, we're into the show.
Okay.
If I take this banner off, if I take the ticker off and it takes me off screen, Evan, I'm ending it right now.
121-103 win. Grizzlies go 12-14 on the season. Bluff City Media. Follow everybody on all the shows. We got more good content coming. You can follow me at E11 Hayes. You can follow Jared at JB Davidson _. Like King Meek saying, we're about to go to bed. We appreciate y'all for tuning in with us on this late, and I mean late, post-game bounce. We're going into the new day, December 16th. Do something to make y'all feel good. Be safe. Happy holidays. Go Grizz.
Go Grizz.